Hey y'all, how about some low carb garlic cheddar biscuits? And I'm going to show you everything that you're going to need. Y'all have heard me mention this Carb Quick before, and we're going to try it. It has a recipe on the back. I'm going to try to half-tail follow it because I usually don't follow anything I measure with my heart. Some heavy whipping cream. It said to add water in heavy whipping cream, but I just can't see putting water in a biscuit, so. And we need some garlic powder and salt. And I went ahead and put the 2 cups of Carb Quick in this bowl and measured out some heavy whipping cream, and I might put some more in there. It said to use like a half a cup of cheddar and 2 ounces of butter. So I think I've got too much butter, but I can rectify that. I'm going to cook all this in my cast iron skillet, and I greased it down with some Crisco that you see behind it. And we're going to get started. May turn out like, you know what, but I'm going to show it to you anyway, and we'll know not to do it. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do, I put 2 cups of Carb Quick in this bowl. And the directions on the box say to cut the mixture of the cheese and butter into it with a pastry knife. So I'm adding the cheese. I don't think I'm going to add all this butter because I think that's more than 2 ounces. But we're going to add the cheese. Oh, hell. Let's just put it in there anyway and see what happens. Can't be nothing but make it buttery, you know. We're going to use all of it. That was a whole stick of sweet butter. And that was probably more than a half a cup of cheese. So we're going to, if anything, we're going to have some cheesy and buttery biscuits. But we're going to start cutting this up and I'll show you what it looks like. Well, I was digging in the cabinet. I actually found a pastry cutter, so I don't have to use 2 forks. So it's getting a kind of a mealy mixture. So I'm going to continue to cut it with this pastry cutter. Then we're going to add the heavy whipping cream, see what we got. Be back in a flash. Man, I'm telling y'all, this is a lot of work chopping all that up with this pastry cutter. 2 forks might have been easier, but we tried it. So then it says to add like a pinch of salt. I don't know what a pinch is. I think that's close enough to a pinch. And a little pinch of garlic powder. I think these are supposed to taste like those red Lobster biscuits, if you've ever had them. We'll mix that up together now. Then we're going to add our heavy whipping cream. Okay, y'all, it's pretty mixed up. I've got about 3/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. I don't think that's going to be near enough because I think I added too much cheese in the rest. So I'm going to measure with my heart. And I'm going to add the rest to this little carton. I'm trying to kind of stir it around a little bit and get a feel for it because I want to make sure I got a decent dough. And of course the cheese will melt too and make it a little bit more doughy in there too as it mixes up. I think what I added was probably a little bit more over a cup of milk to this. I done fell off following the directions, but go figure. I usually do anyway. You can't pay any attention to anything. I got to get rid of these rings and stuff, and then we're going to start mixing this up. We're going to stick our hands in there. Yeah, I washed my paws. But we're going to get it all mixed up and get us a pretty good dough going here. It's coming together pretty good. I keep going to the bottom of it and scraping up the pieces. I just hope these things rise. With regular biscuits, you're really not supposed to overdo the dough that much. But this is not flour. This is Carb Quick, and I think the majority of it's made out of almond flour. It's only supposed to have like 2 carbs per biscuit. While you're doing all this, I'm going to roll it up like I do regular biscuits and make the best of it. You preheat your oven to 450 degrees, just like you do with a regular biscuit. We're going to see what happens here. I'm going to fold it over a few times. May not be any good. It may stick all over the counter. I don't know. It feels like it's doing pretty good, though. I was thinking it was going to make more than my cast iron skillet. But I don't think it is. I think it's going to be just perfect. Let's see if y'all can see that. I'm just going to pat it down some. And I'm just going to use my biscuit cutter like when I made the 2-ingredient biscuits. And I'm just going to start push straight down and see what happens with it. Pull it off out of there. Pretty good looking little biscuit. Hope these are good. I've ate them at Red Lobster before, and they were really good. But, you know, low carb has helped me lose 60 pounds since last October. It's been almost a year. Still got a little more to go, but God, I'm a whole lot better than I used to be. They're making pretty good little biscuits. I'm putting the sides kind of touching, just like I do with the two ingredient biscuits that I made in the video last week. They were made with flour, though. They were damn good, too. I hope these are damn good. We're going to see. Got about the whole pan full. I'll show you now. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? You can see the cheese and everything in it. Okay, my oven is preheated to 450. We're going to pop them in there and see how long. I'll let you know how long I had to bake them. They look pretty good, though. Be back in a flash. Well, Holy Mother of Jesus, they actually turned out good. I'm going to show you. Here they are in the cast iron skillet. And I had a few left over, so I put them on a cookie sheet. Those actually even look prettier on the cookie sheet. So, but I took one out of the cast iron skillet and I put it on this plate. I'm going to cut it. We're going to see what it tastes like. Okay, y'all. All right, guys. Here it is. That tastes just like Red Lobster's biscuit, but you don't have all the carbs. I think theirs has about 30 carbs per biscuit. This has 2. I will be making this again. I don't know what we're having for supper tonight, but these biscuits are going with it. Hope y'all have an awesome day, and we'll talk soon.